that communism is the wave of the future, let them come to Berlin. While the wall is the most obvious and vivid demonstration of the failures of the communist system, for all the world to see, we take no satisfaction in it.
First view of the wall that separates East from West Berlin. This is in the British sector and therefore is greeted by a British officer.
The Great Wall of Berlin.
Imagine waking up one morning to find your city split in half. Overnight, barbed wire and concrete separate you from your friends, your family, and your freedom. This was Berlin. 13th of August 1961. A wall that divided not just a city, but an entire world. The Berlin Wall was a concrete barrier stretching more than 155 kilometers around West Berlin. On the inside stood East Berlin, controlled by the communist government of the East Germany, the Soviet Union, while on the outside, West Berlin, a beacon of freedom, supported by the United States, Britain, and France, the Western allies. For 28 years long, the wall became a symbol of oppression, fear, and the sharp divide between East and West. After World War II, Germany was divided into zones by the Allied powers, East Germany and West Germany. East Germany, under the Soviet control, faced a crisis.
Товарищи, Русь долго ждал, что он имеет против себя решительного врага. И эти люди, все хотят иметь истребительную войну, а они ее получат.
Its own citizens were living in droves. Nearly 3 million people had escaped to the West by 1961. Doctors, engineers, teachers, workers, and so on. Every departure weakened the East, draining its economy and shaking the foundation of the communist power. So, in the dead of the night, 13th of August 1961, East German soldiers rolled out barbed wire across Berlin, the capital of Germany. Streets were blocked, families cut off, lives instantly divided. In the weeks that followed, the wire became concrete became guard towers, and soon a deadly strip of land ran through the city. A death strip, patrolled day and night, built not to keep enemies out, but to keep citizens in. It was just like a prison. Life under the wall was suffocating. Families waved to each other across the divide, but could not meet. Childhood friends became strangers overnight. Every letter, every phone call, every meeting was watched, censored, controlled. And yet, the human spirit refused to break. There were tunnels dug beneath the wall, balloons built in secret workshops, hidden compartments in cars. Some escapes succeeded, while others ended in tragedy. Each attempt was a desperate gamble, but also a testament to one truth.
The desire for freedom is stronger than any barrier.
The wall was more than a fence, it was the front line of the Cold War. The Western allies the Soviet Union, the USSR. The Communism versus Capitalism, the East versus West.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. While the wall is the most obvious and vivid demonstration of the failures of the communist system, for all the world to see, we take no satisfaction in it.
At checkpoint Charlie, American and Soviet tanks once faced each other, barrels raised and ready to fire. One wrong move could have started a war. World leaders used the wall as a stage for defiance. In 1963, US President John F. Kennedy declared, "Ich bin ein Berliner. I am a Berliner."
All free men, wherever they may live, are citizens of Berlin. And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the word, Ich bin ein Berliner.
In 1987, President Ronald Reagan stood at the Brandenburg Gate and demanded, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." The wall became the ultimate symbol of global tension, a scar across the heart of Europe that the entire world watched. But not all stories ended with freedom. More than 140 people lost their lives trying to cross, shot by guards, trapped by the barbed wire, crushed beneath the tanks. Their deaths sent shockwaves across the world, reminders of the brutality of this barrier. And yet, their courage left behind a legacy. Even in this tragedy, they proved that no war, no regime could ever fully extinguish the hope for freedom. By the late 1980s, cracks began to show in the Iron Curtain. Across Eastern Europe, people rose up in peaceful protest. Governments began to crumble under the weight of their own control. On the evening of 9th November 1989, confusion spread through East German ranks. A poorly worded announcement declared that borders were open. Crowds rushed to the checkpoints, guards overwhelmed and unprepared, and yet they opened the gates. And suddenly, Berlin was free now. Strangers embraced in the streets, families reunited after decades apart. People climbed the wall, chiseling it down piece by piece as fireworks lit up the night sky. The symbol of oppression collapsed in a storm of joy. Today, only fragments of the Berlin Wall remain, silent reminders of a time when fear divided a city. It stood for nearly 3 decades, but its fall showed the world something greater, that no barrier is permanent and no wall can outlast the will of the people. The Berlin Wall was made of concrete and wire, but its true story is about people, their struggle, their courage, and their dreams. It teaches us that freedom, once fought for, can never be contained, and that hope will always find a way. Thank you.